What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about Miss Tasha K and Jaguar Wright. Tasha K, honey, I just did a birthday reading on you, sis. Okay, and I forgot to mention in the video, it was on my heart, but I had already put the birthday reading video out. The keyword that was in Tasha K's birthday reading was stagnation. She's stagnant in her life. And remember, I kept telling you all I don't know exactly what area that is, but I had a feeling, but I didn't want to say because I don't know her like that. I don't. I really don't listen to her comment. Her content like that. I unsubscribed probably some years ago. To me, she just lacks, integrity. And I like people, you guys, that are messy, that are entertaining. We all like that on YouTube, but I think it's just certain levels of messiness that some of us are not able to put up with. And to me, she just be going a little bit too far. And I said that to say this. I feel like she's constantly in some battle with another YouTuber. We already know about her and Lovely T.I. Now it's, I thought her and Storm Monroe was cool. See, I always get nervous when I see these YouTubers link up and then they all fall out. They all do. I remember when I saw Erica De Niro. And what is that girl's name? Live with Leah. I used to like Live with Leah's show, but now she only does like tarot readings. Her channel is all spiritual. It's not really about hot topics and celebrity gossip, but those two have fallen out. And I was like, wow, everybody keep linking up and then y'all fall out and child, it's messy. We didn't already seen Justin J. He fell out with, Adrian Expression. They was really cool. We done seen James Caldwell and Sean Bradley fall out. We done seen, and wasn't Alexander Rogers with them at one point too? I know they used to do events together. It's a lot of falling in and falling out on YouTube. And I don't know, you guys, that type of behavior, I don't know. That's why I told y'all in one of my videos, that's why I wouldn't want to collab with like none of these people, because you just don't know who's real, who's fake, who's strong, who's weak, who knows who they are, and who's still searching for themselves, honey. We don't know these things. But back to Miss Tasha K and Jaguar Wright. I finally got to see most of the interview, and a lot of people, they didn't like how Tasha K was coming at Jaguar Wright, and I see why. I kept trying to figure out, what happened in the damn interview, because it was so damn long and I got other shit to do. So, honey, I had to skim through it. And I think what happened and where Tasha went wrong is she began trying to stigmatize, and hopefully, honey, that's a word. I believe it's a word, but y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Jaguar Wright's mental health issues. Like kind of trying to make fun of her, and like you really had to be paying attention to the interview to see what Tasha was doing. A lot of people was thinking that, damn, she sure is taking up for Alicia Keys, because y'all know Jaguar Wright has been dragging Alicia Keys and a lot of these other celebrities and telling all they business, honey, just spilling all types of tea. Do we know if some of it is true? I believe some of the shit is true. I do. And I looked at Jaguar Wright, you guys. She's a very intelligent woman. Very smart. And I like how she didn't allow Tasha K to back her into a corner. And even through the interview, Jaguar Wright was like, well, you keep trying to listen to what other people are saying about me and how I'm crazy. And, this person in my family has schizophrenia and it runs in the family and this, that, and the third. But what if I would have listened to all the shit that people say about you? You crazy and you loud. And Tasha was like, well, yeah, I am crazy. And yeah, I am loud. So that would be a true statement. And Jaguar was like, no, you're not crazy. You're brilliant. And Tasha was like, yeah, I'm that too. And she was like, no, but you're not crazy the way everybody tries to say that you are. And I seen what Jaguar Wright was saying when she said that, because people, and I know all about this because I always get complimented on how I look, but through the years, men will say, well, she's crazy. She's weird. And they say that about me because I don't take shit from nobody. And people don't like that. They cannot stand a bitch they can't control. Okay, go ask some of my ex-boyfriends, honey. Okay, they will tell you, Miss Robinson, don't play them games, honey. Okay, she ain't for the foolishness. People do not really like people that they can't control, that they can't predict. It makes them feel uncomfortable. And Jaguar Wright began to explain that. And I was thinking to myself, wow, she's very intelligent. Because she could have been like, well, girl, you are crazy. And, she could have kind of laughed it off. But she got Tasha together in a good way. Like, I'm letting you know what I stand for, what I'm about. And you're not going to make a stigma out of my mental health and make it look like I'm just crazy and I'm just out here telling all these stories. And they ended up talking about the Chris Brown situation, and Jaguar Wright was saying that, Clive Davis is, behind a lot of different things that people don't know. And Chris and Rihanna was at his house, and, I guess before the big altercation between the two of them. And I don't know, it just seemed like Tasha K kept trying to challenge every little thing, she had to say about these celebrities. Now, a lot of people is coming from the angle of Tasha K is only talking to Jaguar Wright because Storm Monroe, y'all know her little protege, he didn't blew up. I don't really like him like that either. I don't. I think he's kind of funny, but he not somebody that I'm like, oh my God, I just can't wait till his video comes out. Like, he's like a DJ Richie Sky to me. I'm weird like that. A lot of people be looking at me funny, like, yeah, but these people, they have all these subscribers and you don't like them like that. No, you'd be surprised the people that I like. A lot of the people that I like, they don't have a lot of subscribers. There are some people I like that have quite a bit of subscribers, but I don't like people just because of their subscribers. I have to subscribe to you. I have to have an understanding of you. I'm very intellectual. I'm listening to, the things that you are saying. You have to be entertaining for me to dig you. You have to, you just have to have certain qualities, and certain people, they don't have those qualities, so I don't know. It's just a lot of people on YouTube I don't watch like that. I just don't like that. But, I'm happy for Storm Monroe. I saw he did like an interview with Roseanne Barr. Y'all know Roseanne. I like Roseanne. So I was like, okay, that's cool. A lot of people talked about how Storm, conducted his interview with Jaguar Wright versus how Tasha K, did her interview. And with Storm Monroe, he was very neutral and let her speak. And he wasn't trying to antagonize her and try to make her look crazy and make it look like she got some type of mental health issues. That's what Tasha K was doing. And a lot of people was saying, she's jealous of Storm Monroe's success. She feels like she kind of helped him get in the game and get subscribers. And now she's trying to piggyback off of what he's doing, and that way she could get more viewers. But hell, she didn't receive a lot of backlash, honey, because the people have unsubscribed, Miss Tasha K. They not here for your bullshit. And Tasha K has said that Jaguar Wright had cussed her out, which was a lie. That's why it made me kind of look at her video, because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to wait and see, where she cussed her out at. Because I had been hearing about Jaguar Wright, saying all this shit about the celebrities and Diddy and Christopher Williams, all these people. So I'm like, okay, let me, check out this interview and let me see where she cussed Tasha K out. And I didn't see that. She got you together. Cussing you out is getting all up in her feelings. No, she just pulled you together, honey. Okay, she gathered you and she moved right on along. She didn't miss a beat. She didn't mince her words. And I like that out of a person. So, I think Tasha K thought she was going to get a certain interview out of Jaguar Wright where she was going to embarrass her. She was going to antagonize her, disrespect her, put her in lowest terms, kind of put her in her place. And Miss Jaguar Wright said, bitch, not today and tomorrow. Don't look good either. I don't have time for that type of foolishness. So let's see what the people are saying, honey. One person says that I watched this, and they are talking about the Tasha K and Jaguar Wright interview. They say, I watched this because you claim you got cursed out. She didn't curse you out. What she did do, however, was make you look dumb as fuck. You had a funky attitude throughout this entire interview. Jag is an intellectual. Yeah, she really is. Y'all know I be looking for that out of people, And she's been through so much. Please don't interview her again. You're not equipped. I agree. You could definitely tell that Tasha K had a certain angle. And she claims she doesn't know Alicia Keys all like that. I think somebody she knows Alicia Keys. But girl, you had an angle. You had some type of angle, and it wasn't really a friendly one. It wasn't really, I don't know. It was kind of like, well, Jaguar Wright is out here talking all this stuff about people. So, let me make her look crazy. Cause I know, she got some stuff that, in her past. And, maybe I could bring that to light and make it, look like she crazy. That's why she's coming out with all these stories. That's the energy that I got. And you guys know, that I am intuitive. I see things, I really do. And it's so weird. I was watching this video the other day about my birthday, and this person broke it down, my name, my birthday, everything, y'all. I'm gonna have to refer y'all to this channel. I think it's actually a YouTube channel, so look for that in my community tab. But honey, they told me I had psychic abilities. I said, I know that's right, honey. I know, because Miss Robinson sees things, honey. But anyways, another person says, Tasha is so annoying, she doesn't listen, and she's playing dumb. Sis, stop acting like you can't comprehend what Jaguar is saying. I agree. Now, another person says, Tasha K kept asking about their whereabouts. She talking about Jaguar Wright and her husband, who was sitting right next, to her while she was doing the interview. That's why Jaguar's husband got up during the interview and left their hotel room, because he had to check if their cover was blown. I believe that Alicia Keys and others are trying to shut Jaguar Wright up with a cease and desist, and Tasha is trying to assist with getting Jaguar served. That could be the case, honey. That could be. But yeah, it was very, the interview was just cringy. It started off cool. I was like, okay, I don't see no problems, but as we got further down the line into the interview, you could just tell she was trying to antagonize her and trying to, I don't know, just make her look a certain way, and it's like, Tasha, you did yourself a disservice. You tried to dig a grave for her, but shit, you ended up falling into that mug. All right. Another person says that's messed up how she tried to label this woman as mentally ill because of trauma that happened to her years ago. If that's the case, we all have mental illness. And I think that we do, just on, different levels. Stop playing with people like that. This interview was beyond disrespectful and degrading. I hate Jag even interview with her. SMH. yeah, you don't try to use people's mental health issues, you know, I don't know, against them. You don't treat people like that. I've had people try to do stuff with me. You know how you share something vulnerable with somebody and they turn it and use it against you and try to make you look crazy. I don't know. Another person says they wanted to ruin Chris Brown's career and publicly humiliate him. I believe some of that, but we have to remember Chris Brown did beat up Rihanna, and he didn't have to beat that girl up the way that he did. So at the end of the day, he's responsible for his actions, and he just shouldn't have never did that. So that's how I see that. Another person says, why would someone repeatedly ask a rape survivor, I should say, how many times was she raped? How old were you? How many guys? She sounded like she was trying to discredit her and catch her in a lie. Just like my rapist defense attorney, SMH. Another person says, I don't understand why she is asking about how much money she has. Jaguar's finances are not anyone's business. This interview is messy and too nosy. Thumbs down. Damn, Tasha, they ain't feeling you, girl. They ain't here for the bull crap. Another person says Tasha is so annoying during this interview. She's been boring me lately anyways. I'm so over her. Another person says Tasha's day is going to come. She's gotten way too big-headed. Her dirt is going to come out 10 times worse. Yeah, and like I wanted to say in her birthday reading, but I forgot to mention it. She needs to stop falling out with people. I don't know why people on YouTube think that shit is cute, but it is disgusting. It makes it look like you can't get along with anybody. It makes it look like you are the common denominator in all of your relationships going haywire and dissolving. It just... she already looked like that, but now it's like that times 10. So she's gonna have to do some damage control. I don't know what the hell you go do, but now is the time to call that magician friend. And I don't know, get some type of... Look, I was going to say voodoo, honey, but you don't need that. I don't know. Just pray, just become more spiritual. I'm going back to the birthday book reading, you guys. It says she is stagnant. And like I said before, she's going to be stagnant in her career if she keeps going about doing things the way that she has been doing it. The old way is not working. Okay, you can tell by the response that you are getting from people. You can tell because certain relationships, they keep dissolving. History keeps repeating itself. So now it's time to change and, make changes for the better. That way, you haven't alienated yourself from people in this business because, after this interview, a lot of people may not want to be bothered with her, So I don't know. I think, though, a lot of people on YouTube that have big numbers, they're very egotistical, you guys. They really are. They're very nasty. They're like, oh, well, I'm going to keep up with the bad behavior because, people still rock with me and I'm getting thousands and thousands of dollars each month. So, do you see what I'm saying? They haven't felt the pain or loss or they haven't, humbled themselves. Okay. So I hope that she gets it together, you guys, because it just does not look good for her professionally. Maybe even personally. It does not, look good. And Tasha K, she doesn't look happy. I think she smiles and tries to act like she's happy, but some of these people on YouTube, they be showing a face and shit, and I could just see right through it. You're not as happy as you trying to act like you are. So, I don't know. I do think she was jealous of Storm's success, because I think he didn't got 1 million views on one of his videos, and, a lot of people may look at that like, oh, well, that person is helping me out. Well, I helped that person out, I should say. So, yeah, but I think she should have left Jaguar Wright. Let Storm, keep talking to her, because it looked like the chemistry with them was pretty good. And, he was letting her talk and letting her be genuine, and he wasn't trying to antagonize her. So Tasha, was really trying to do that, and it did more harm than it did good. Another person says, this did not feel like a sisterly interview with a clearly hurt sister. Now, the person says this was an interrogation. Yeah, it was definitely an interrogation, She stayed on Jaguar's finances way too long and unnecessarily. Tasha was very disingenuous. Another person says, why is Tasha K constantly asking about her income? Sounds like she was paid off for this interview and is trying to dig in Jag's finances so the enemy can try to attack her through money. SMH, wow, can't believe how many times she asked her about her bag. Another person says, I didn't care for this interview at all. It's almost like she's working with someone trying to catch her up. This was very distasteful and hard to watch. Another person says, totally distasteful. Tasha is horrible for this interview. Another person says, I was bothered by your response after this woman sat there and told you she lost 3 children, 2 stillborn daughters, and a son that was murdered. Tasha, you mean to tell me you couldn't muster up a little compassion to say, I'm sorry for your loss? You just jumped to the next trifling question like it was nothing. This was trash all across the board. Yeah. I think that, she wanted to get views, which is not a problem. This is YouTube. This is a business. Everybody wants to get views, even if they, don't admit to it, you guys. But you're compromising your integrity, right? You're compromising your name. And why would you betray yourself like that? Why would you do something like that? Because something is not right in your life. She's stagnant, you guys, in her life. So she's going to have to, get that together. Get that together. Because, she's a very talented woman. She could be very entertaining and funny. Like I said, Tasha K has some good traits to her, but, I don't know. You just have to have some boundaries and some integrity. If you want people to trust you in this business, you got to have some things that you're not willing to do. You can't cross certain lines. You just can't keep operating in the same way and thinking you're going to get different results. It's just not going to happen. Another person says this was not an interview, period. It was more like an interrogation, extremely disrespectful and one-sided. Never have I ever seen such a so-called interview. Another person says, I never comment on anything, but this interview was disgusting. Why be so dismissive, condescending? Yeah, it was very condescending. And disingenuous. You have lost all credibility. That's what I'm saying. When you operate in that way, you lose credibility. People are not, they don't want to fool with you, because there's different levels to YouTube, right? And I know this as a YouTuber, and I told y'all in one of my videos, some of my videos will be spiritual, because that is an aspect of me. I'm not being fake, but then I have my my entertaining side where I'm laughing and I'm shooting the shits and, this, that, and the third. I have a lot of different layers to myself, so you just have to be aware of your layers and be aware of your boundaries. I mean, I can't think of no fancy way to say it. You just have to have some level of integrity, and I just feel like she doesn't have any anymore. And a lot of people on YouTube, you guys, they're very competitive. Like, they want to outdo people. Like, I don't know if she's all that happy for Storm Monroe. You know, she claimed that she's not jealous of his success and she's happy for him, but I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people on YouTube, that's why I'm so glad I built my channel off my own back. I didn't try to collaborate with people. I don't knock anybody that do that, but this is why I operate alone, because a lot of people, you guys, they're just not on your level. And when people are not mentally and spiritually on your level, they're going to do backstabbing and shady ass things. You know, they're going to operate like that because it's like they don't know no better and they don't want to know no better. They don't want to do better, you know. So I don't know, you guys. None of these comments are good. Let's read the last one. Another person says it's very clear that Tasha don't really like her. She brought her to the show for clout. Yeah. And because Jag is the trending topic right now. That's true. So she decides to interrogate her on matters that's out of pocket. This interview is very much cringy and irritating. I love Jag, but it was hard to watch because of the grilling. The only time Tasha was really smiling is when she was talking to Jag's husband. She has no interest in Jag. She's just digging. This interview was not sincere at all. If y'all haven't, go check out Storm Monroe's channel and his interviews with Jag. The love is real and very much sincere. I agree. Tasha thought this interview was going to work in her favor, but really, she just made herself look like the enemy that Jag be talking about. This interview make me want to turn some tables over. I'm proud of Jag. People want to see her fall. People don't like real and raw, and that's exactly what she gives. This interview is very disappointing. I agree. There's a lot of people like Jaguar Wright in the world. And do I agree with how Jaguar Wright is going around talking about all these people? You know, no, I don't agree really with that either. But I do like that lady. It's something about her. She just seems very intelligent, very introspective. She seems very personable. And she seems like she's sick of the bullshit. She's ready to expose some things. We know in Hollywood, honey, it's a lot of full of fucking niggertry, honey. Ain't that what Forest Rocks be said? Shout out to Forest Rocks, honey. Okay. Child, it's just a mess. Y'all get down in my comments. Let me know how y'all felt about this whole Tasha K and Jaguar Wright interview. Did you agree with my sentiments on it, or did you have a different opinion? Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out later.